Have you ever wondered why you laugh when tickled, or why onions make you cry? Let's dive into the fascinating world of human emotions, a complex concoction of physiological responses, expressive behaviors, and conscious experiences. You see, emotions aren't just about feelings. They are an intricate dance of your body and mind reacting to the world around you. Here's a fun fact for you. When you laugh at a joke, it's not your funny bone that's getting tickled. Rather, it's your brain processing the humor. Picture this. You're sitting with friends, someone cracks a joke, and you burst into laughter. What really happens is that your brain quickly processes the joke, recognizes the humor, and triggers a response. This response is laughter, a physical manifestation of your mental amusement. So next time you laugh at a joke, remember it's your brain you should be thanking, not your funny bone. Do you know what makes a roller coaster ride thrilling? It's the unexpected highs and lows, much like our emotions. Our emotional life is a wild ride. And just like a roller coaster, it's full of unexpected twists and turns. Let's dive into the 6 basic emotions we all experience: happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. First, there's happiness. You know, that feeling you get when you finally find the missing sock you've been hunting for days? It's like finding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, isn't it? Then we have sadness. It's that feeling when you realize your favorite show has ended and you're left staring at the credits, wondering what to do with your life now. It's like the moment when the roller coaster ride ends and reality comes crashing down. Fear. Now that's a big one. It's the sensation you get when you're about to take a plunge on the roller coaster, not knowing what's waiting for you at the bottom. Like when you hear a strange noise in the middle of the night and you're convinced it's a ghost, only to find out it's just your cat knocking over a vase. Next up is disgust. Ever found a half-eaten sandwich in your sibling's room? It's like stumbling upon a secret society of mold. It's enough to make your stomach do somersaults. Anger, it's the feeling when someone cuts in line right in front of you. It's the equivalent of someone stopping the roller coaster right when you were about to reach the peak. Quite infuriating, isn't it? And finally, surprise. It's the emotion you feel when your quiet neighbor suddenly starts singing opera at midnight, or when the roller coaster takes an unexpected turn. It keeps life interesting, doesn't it? Indeed, our emotional life is a roller coaster ride full of unexpected turns and twists. Did you know that managing emotions is like playing a chess game? You need strategy, patience, and foresight. Let's start by discussing emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways. It's like being the grandmaster in your own personal chess game. You're not just reacting to the game, you're planning, strategizing, and making purposeful moves. Now imagine you're playing this game against an opponent who's unpredictable, sometimes even irrational. That's what dealing with our emotions can feel like. One moment you're in control, the next you're trying to prevent your king from being cornered. Let's take a humorous example to illustrate this. Picture a man named Bob. Bob had a boss who was, let's just say, a tad bit too passionate about his job. The shouting, the unreasonable demands, the constant pressure. It was enough to make Bob's blood boil. But Bob had a strategy. Every time his boss yelled, Bob would imagine him as a clown, complete with a red nose, oversized shoes, and a silly hat. This helped Bob keep his cool and not react in anger. Bob was successfully managing his emotions through this mental chess game. Until one day, in the middle of a high-stakes meeting, his boss started his usual tirade. Bob, as per his strategy, pictured his boss as a clown. But this time, the image was too funny for Bob to contain. He burst out laughing right there in the meeting, with everyone watching in stunned silence. While Bob's strategy was effective in managing his immediate emotional response, it fell short when he failed to anticipate the potential consequences of his imaginative coping mechanism. The moral of the story here? Managing emotions isn't about suppressing them or simply reacting to them. It's about understanding them, strategizing, and making conscious moves. It's about knowing when to advance your pawn, when to protect your king, and when to laugh at the clown on the other side of the board. So remember, managing emotions is a delicate dance, and sometimes you might just end up laughing at a clown in a suit. Ever wondered why horror movies scare us even though we know it's all fake? A curious question, isn't it? But the answer lies right at the heart of our topic today: the power of emotions. Imagine this. A friend of yours, let's call him Joe, decides to watch a horror movie one late night. He's seen them before, knows they're all smoke and mirrors, but something about this one gets under his skin. He jumps at shadows and hears phantom whispers. He's so scared that he starts seeing ghosts in his own house. Ridiculous, right? But is it really? This is the raw power of emotions at work. Joe's fear, induced by the movie, altered his perception of reality. It's not the ghosts that are powerful, it's Joe's emotions. They've managed to turn harmless shadows into terrifying specters. Emotions are the lens through which we perceive the world around us. They color our experiences, shape our memories, and guide our actions. They have the power to turn a sunny day gloomy, a harmless joke offensive, or a minor setback into a catastrophic failure. Emotions are not just mere feelings. They are potent forces that can drive us to incredible achievements or plunge us into the depths of despair. They can be our greatest allies or our most formidable adversaries. In the chess game of life, emotions are the queen piece, powerful, versatile, and capable of changing the course of the game in a single move. But remember, just like in chess, it's not just about the power of the piece, it's about how you use it. Harnessing the power of emotions requires understanding, control, and strategy. It's about knowing when to let your emotions guide you and when to rein them in. So the next time you're scared of a horror movie, remember, it's not the ghosts that are powerful, it's your emotions. And remember, just like Joe, we all have the power to control our own emotional narratives. It's not about avoiding fear, but about understanding it, managing it, and ultimately mastering it.